Look at number 13. It says the cost of carpeting a floor is $2.50 per square foot. How much will it cost to carpet a rectangular floor that is 10 by 12? So we have a rectangular floor that is 10 by 12. Basically, what we're trying to do is figure out what the area of the floor it is that we need to carry, which in this case would be 120. So if we know that we need to have 120 square feet, and each one costs us $2.50, then multiplying those two things together give us the answer, which ends up being 300. Now 14. If n is the least of two consecutive odd integers, which of the following represents the sum of the two integers? So let's just say that we're adding two odd integers together. So n is the least of those. If I wanted to add another odd integer, I would have to add n plus 2. And the reason why is let's say we started off with 1. To get to the next odd integer, I would have to add 1 plus 2, which is 3. So once we know this, we can combine these two and say n plus n, which is 2n plus 2. So the answer is D. Now let's look at number 15. This has us do simplify exponents. Now we can start by simplifying what's inside the parentheses first. We have x to the negative fifth power. Then we have y to the power of 1 divided by y to the power of 3. When that happens, we are going to subtract. So that should be 1 minus 3, which gives us negative 2. Now that we're separating everything by parentheses, we're just simply going to multiply all the exponents inside. So negative 5 gives us positive 5. And negative 2 times negative 1 gives us positive 2, so it simplifies to x to the fifth power, y squared. In the xy plane, what is the y-intercept of the graph? To find the y-intercept, if we're thinking about a graph, we would have to be the x value of 0, and then y is going to be equal to something. So in this situation, let's just go ahead and replace 0 for x. So this is going to be 6 times negative 1/2 times 3. So 6 times negative 1/2 gives us negative 3. And then negative 3 times positive 3 gives us a negative 9. So the answer here is A. Now it says, for which of the following values of x is a function not defined as a real number? So for it to be not defined, we're basically saying that it can't be a negative number inside the parentheses, or sorry, inside the square root. So 4 minus x squared has to be greater than or equal to 0. So if we solve this, we say negative 4 on both sides. That's negative x squared divided by negative 4. If we divide both sides by negative 1, we're left with x squared is greater than or equal to positive 4. If we take the square root, and we forget, by the way, I forget to spin around the inequality. So it should actually be x squared is less than or equal to positive 4. If we take the square root of both sides, we have x is less than or equal to positive or negative 2. So it has to be between one of those. And in the end, so since x has to be less than or equal to positive 2, that means that 2 works, 0 works, and negative 2 works as well. So D.